Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone has had a productive morning and start to the afternoon. It's my pleasure. My name's David Weeks, by the way. I'm the COO and Content Director of AWE Asia. It's my delight to be emceeing the second half of the afternoon sessions here on the main stage. So to get us started off here from 3:35 to 4 o'clock, we have Ms. Amrita Mallik, who is the Vice President of Global Innovation and Ventures at HSBC. She will be exploring and entering the realm of the metaverse in the financial industry as Ms. Amrita Mallik demystifies the strides and strategies of multinational banks in this evolving metaversal landscape. From innovation to consumer engagement, we'll be getting ready for an insightful dive into the intersections of the metaverse in the finance industry. So without further ado, let's please welcome Ms. Amrita Mallik.
Thanks, David. Thanks for having me here. So I'll be talking about metaverse in financial industries. It may sound I don't know what it will sound because I was in the expo just before it and people were asking me, what is a bank doing in metaverse? So yes, that question may come up a lot of times. But before I dive into the topic and what we are doing, I just want to give a brief introduction about our team or who we are and what we do or how we look at innovation in general. So we kind of categorize innovation into three categories. Horizon 1, which is for us defending the core. So whatever processes we have right now, if there is an improvement required or there is some kind of that has to be revamped or replaced, then we do have a mechanism for that, and we run idea management across the bank. Again, making sure that there is no silos. So if anything that is coming up, for example, say India, and the solution is relevant to any other countries or any other process, like be it finance, be it compliance, be it any of the processes that kind of use similar things and can be revamped, that's where we take into consideration or kind of we do have a very, I would say the very detailed mechanism for that. And that's kind of incremental innovation for us. It's like existing solutions and existing market. Now, the second one is Horizon 2, where we want to expand the core, and it is more of new to company and new to company solutions as well. So we consider AI and machine learning. In fact, Gen AI, which is the topic these days, come under this. Our team also works in this. So it is mostly staying out of the different business line, trying out different ideas that we know that it is imminent, it is coming, it is going to change how the banks are behaving, and to work in that area. Now, Horizon 3 is something that is transformative, that's kind of disruption. We know that it is going to change the way that banks are working. So in that, we have Web3, Metaverse, digital asset, tokenization, quantum, and we do also research on new technologies that come up. So we do have researchers in the team who kind of keep us updated what are the new things that are coming up and what is it that we should be looking at. Now, this is our team's key focus. We explore emerging technologies and create new products, services, and business model. And how do we do it? First is the generate new ideas. It's not that we do everything. We are just 100 members team across the globe. So we do connect with a lot of executive members across the globe. Again, we cater to 49 markets. So we do check with different executive leaders what are the things that are pressing them or what are the emerging technologies that they see in their country and they want us to focus. So we generate ideas through that, and we do incubate the first solutions or kind of try to build it in-house. It's not that, again, we have all the developers to build it in-house. We tap into IT, transformation, also external partners as well. So to build, again, proof of concepts, we have, for example, the VR one, we have partnered with a company called EngageXR. In Web3 side also, we have Kaleido, Polygon, to name a few. We have a lot of partners, again, to just try out different ideas and build certain things and see that how it is working. Now, along with that, like while we are doing it, we also try to cultivate kind of a innovation or a kind of long-term partnership with both our internal stakeholders and external stakeholders. So when I said that stakeholders, so we set out of group. So we, again, as I mentioned, we cater to different entities as well. So who are our partners or who are our stakeholders? So whatever we are creating, we are assessing the risk for it, and that is finally being used by different business line. So it kind of fosters a culture of innovation as well, and we are at the forefront of kind of failing fast. We are just trying to make everyone comfortable around it, or kind of telling that it's okay if some idea doesn't work, it's fine, we can move on and we can try something new. And we do have an investment arm inside Innovation and Ventures who looks into early stage startup and invest in that. So the whole idea is that it should be revenue generating, it should be bringing value to the customer. So it's like goes both way, hand in hand, like identify new source of growth and drive innovation across the group. Now coming to the topic, so Metaverse, we have been hearing a lot of definition. In fact, if I also today go out and ask for a definition, I'll again, or the image that I'll get that someone wearing a headset. So what we have realized that with or without headset, it also can exist. And for us, or kind of the recent, or the one that we resonate more is that yes, it does have a data layer and it has an experience layer. So our team works both the things, but right now they are, I'd say that they are being experimented or they are being trialed out differently. So the data layer is more on the Web3 ideology. So you have that open, immutable database, digital ownership, digital wallet. So those things are there. That's, again, being experimented upon, like on digital IDs, on digital wallet, everything. And there is the experience layer. So my focus is more on the experience layer. So I'm actually leading all the experience, Metaverse experiential for the bank across different entities again. So we are, again, so the intention behind our team to do is that we help our colleagues, customer and shareholder. Now, why MR, AR, VR? I don't want to give this crowd the number because I'm sure pretty much all of you must be knowing this figure. So it's like, yes, we do have smartphone users in the world, like 6.64 billion, which is like out of 8 billion, it's like more than 80%. And the current VR headset user is 171 million. And we do have a research team, again, based on their like projection is that, yes, year on year, this, but the VR headset users are going to increase, and that's why maybe it will be very common, like how we have our mobile phone at home. There can be, or there will be a headset. So the headset may be Meta, maybe Vibe, maybe I saw today, I think Lenovo, they have also put up their stall here. So what headset, or I also saw a lot of augmented reality headset as well. So what the form is going to be, nobody knows, but there is a kind of an appetite to interact or kind of engage with a new kind of hardware or new kind of channel. And these are some of the things that kind of, or the news that have come up has made us kind of taken notice that, yes, this is something we want to kind of keep a tab or kind of be closer to. Now, if I strictly talk about banking or what a retail bank or payments can do, so the thing is, again, it can enable our banking experience, and we can use the existing setup, the know your customer, anti-money laundering. So whatever infrastructures we have right now, we can integrate into those, the platform that we choose as a Metaverse, we can choose that and we can kind of enable the banking experience in there. So we can engage in a new way with our customer as well, like build in more kind of empathy. I think if you are looking at the news everywhere, the physical branches are closing down. So this would be kind of a new way for us to engage with the customer. And if I see that invent new banking products, it will come once this become kind of a mainstream. Like once it becomes kind of new normal, then we see that, yes, it can create new banking products for the customer in the space. Now, if I imagine like how it is going to be, like if we recall how we were banking like 20, 25 years back, or our parents were banking, it was based mostly on cash. and we were going to the bank to even withdraw certain cash. Like we used to fill a lengthy form, then go to the tailor, then withdraw the cash. Now it has changed completely. We are relying mostly on digital transaction, or if we want cash, there's an ATM. Now with the new channel that Metaverse is giving us, or the possibility that is giving us, we don't know how it is going to be in future, and it may totally change the way the banking transactions are done right now. Now, these are some of the existing use cases that we are currently doing. And we have, again, as I mentioned, partnered with a lot of external vendors and in-house talent as well to run these things. So one is the HSBC events. We are immensely using VR for this one. Again, it's more of, so when we, again, talk about VR, it's like a lot of elements in the VR as well, like starting from the devices, starting from the chip, starting lenses and everything. So we talk about those things in the events as well, like as a bank. What are the elements that we are looking at? We are, even if we are collaborating, so the intention is that, yes, it can be a new ways of communication, but these are the things that are going to impact this new ways of communication. There is brand awareness, which is, again, quite big. I think you would have heard that we are creating different gaming experiences using the sandbox or the Minecraft. We are also using augmented reality in different markets to launch different products. So that's kind of has become quite normal, I would say. And in augmented reality, also a lot of features have started coming in. So that is kind of helping us different markets to talk about their products more in a more engaging way. Now, virtual banking services, this is something that we are, again, piloting in one of the markets. The idea is, again, just to see that if it is really giving more kind of engagement to customers. So this is something we are going with customer in one of the markets, and we're just trying to see how people are kind of adopting to it or kind of accepting it. We know that there is a lot of talk about it in the industry, but is it something that our customer really wants? So this is what we are trying out right now. So these images are all from those experiences that are built in. And yes, future ways of working. We are also trying, again, like other industries in the learning and development side, just creating different modules, like, for example, onboarding, cybersecurity, again, just to see that what is the response from the new joiners? Is it actually the claim that the retention is going to be much more? Is the case really that? So that is one way. A digital twin, we have recently created a digital twin of a branch, of a physical wealth center branch. The idea is, again, to bring in corporate real estate, the clients or external stakeholders into the branch. So before they build a new branch, they can go inside that and see that what kind of, like, it's a standard branch. So if they want to replicate it, is it that they want to replicate it like the full together, or they want to make some changes? So those kind of things we check. We also did an NFT campaign. So again, before we before we go out and offer something, we also need to educate our staff and colleagues that what exactly it is, what are the risks behind it, what can go wrong, and how they want to kind of access it as well. So we do run or like have produced NFTs in-house as well to educate staff and customer through various Web3 and digital asset campaigns. Now, these are some of the key considerations that I look at when I look for a solution, or if I have a use case in one of the countries have reached out to me, that what is the regulation that I have to take care of in line with the country regulation, then again compliance as well. So again, a lot of things are still not clear in the space. What kind of interactions can be done, what kind of things can be turned on, turned off, so those things are there. The copyright, patent, and IP protection is very much key for us. That's where the legal team also comes into picture, talking about that whatever we are creating, who is going to, again, own all these things, and there should not be any kind of repercussion for us later on. So data privacy, anything we are trying out in a restricted environment, in our environment, that's fine. But anything that goes out to customer, we have to be very, very careful about the data privacy as well. So again, as we are relying on a lot of vendors on these things, so we also have a kind of very exhaustive discussion or kind of very detailed discussion around this. So risk point of view, you what kind of, again, get into a discussion on that. Interoperability, my experience, I wanted to switch a vendor in between a project, and I had to create everything from scratch. So it was kind of a cost for me as well if I want to do something and there is no standard available and I have to, again, rebuild everything. So that's a kind of my time, my cost, everything is kind of increasing right now. And as I mentioned on the infrastructure, the hardware, here only I saw a lot of like glasses. So is it going to be the hardware of choice, or there is something that is going to come? So we do have some of the existing hardwares that in the bank that we are trialing out, but if it is changing or if there is again no standardization in that space, it's difficult for me to push it on a mass scale. So yes, for POCs, pilot, for one country, it's fine. But if I think of scaling it up, so that's kind of put me in a spot or kind of a challenge that how I can do that. And network. So in certain places or in certain countries, 5G is there. It runs very smoothly, all the experiences. But if it is 4G, and I'll just talk about the VR right now. So if it is VR and it is 4G and 4 or 5 devices are there in the same room, it's gone. Like you cannot actually tell that, yes, this is what the future will look like. So that's a kind of the experience or the whole thing goes down or boils down to the network, how it is going to be in that particular area. And content-wise, if I think I saw certain companies here who are or giving a kind of platform to build the content, I think that would be something that would be useful in future. Right now, again, we are heavily reliant on the vendors. So if there is something which can allow enterprises to build rapidly on our own, so that will also be easier for us to build something in-house and much more faster than having a kind of 1 month or 1.5 months time to build a very small part of it. Now, at present, what I see is that, yes, it's highly fragmented and incompatible market, and which kind of makes my job a bit difficult, that yes, this kind of, it cannot be that one thing fits all. So for a bank like us, which is operating in a lot of countries and with a lot of regulations, if there is no standardization, no kind of a solution which can fit all kind of use cases, it's very difficult for me to, again, bring in 10 different solutions for 10 different things, and only like saying that it is metaverse. So it's a bit challenge in that sense. So in the wrap up, I would just like to say that, yes, the environment and spaces should be safe and secure. That's what we check. The first check that we do, that it's safety and security. Again, our cybersecurity team takes care of that. And then it meets the internal and external regulations. And yeah, of course, accessibility, which I think the industry still need to work on, the accessibility angle. So we are kind of optimistic right now that, yes, the industry is evolving. It's kind of innovating a lot faster. So we are keeping a tab on it or kind of monitoring the environments. But I would say that, yes, we would definitely be looking at how interoperability is going to work out and how everything is going to come together, and we can get the metaverse or kind of one metaverse which we can use for all our use cases. So that's all from my side. And yes, thanks AWE for organizing this. This is kind of giving me a platform also to see a lot of solutions that is there and which can be used for certain use cases that we have. Thank you.